I'm affectionately known as the accidental pencil guy, Mike. Started out life with an engineering degree, and as happens to many people, life is what happens to you while you make your plans. And so I spent several years in design and construction, both in power generation and then in institutional facilities, primarily healthcare, um, designing projects. And the funny anecdote I'll say is I started out life with a mechanical pencil and a T square doing drawings. And so there is a little bit of residual history in my past, even as an engineer. Of course, pencils were very common in our journey. In the late 80s, I married into the Hewlin family. The Hewlin family are the owners of Musgrave Pencil Company. And I married one of the daughters of one of the owners in 1988. And we journeyed through our careers. And actually, Mike, I've been with the company about 4.5 years now,
Okay.
and be five this summer. And as with many small family businesses, it was time for another leadership transition from one generation to the next. And when a company faces this moment, they can either sell or keep it in the family and try to continue the legacy. And it was a moment in my life when I had availability and hopefully ability to lead the charge, and found myself at Musgrave in the summer of 21. And so I traded in plane tickets, conference rooms, and engineering design, and for production in the pencil world. That's how I arrived here.
What was that? Was it a hard gut check? Was it an easy shift? I mean, this is a big role, right? This is a big shift from being perhaps just having a normal sort of 9 to 5 job into becoming the leader of a business that's been around for so long. And there's a lot, there's a lot of weight potentially to that, right?
There's certainly a lot riding on the line, but one of the great things about Musgrave in particular is our family culture and the wonderful staff, the wonderful history, certainly the support of the family as well. It didn't. It's certainly a significant pivot
Mm.
from my experience and skill set into the manufacturing world, where now I need to learn and understand and manage supply chain, manage employee culture, manage product quality, manage product diversity, and of course the marketing, the branding, the sales, and everything that goes along with that to keep us running and successful. So I would say that the landscape of topics that I have to manage has grown, but it's a lot of fun, Mike. To tell you, we are having a lot of fun. One of the things that's unique when I walk through the plant, you look at any given pencil, and you wonder whose hands that pencil will arrive in, and what will it create. It could create drawings. It could create text. It can create in the prose. I mean, it just the sky's the limit. So anyway, I do love it.
Awesome. Before I get to Tim, Scott, what were some of the things that you wanted to, um, as you stepped into this role, what were some of the things that perhaps you wanted to make sure stayed the same? And perhaps what were some of the things that you felt like maybe needed to shift?
We enjoy a loyal following from clientele, and I want to make sure that loyalty and our return loyalty to our customers did not change. Our customers are our lifeblood, and we wanted to maintain and grow product diversity and quality that continue to engage and bring value to our clients. Change, I would say, is in the facility, Mike. When you come onto Musgrave's campus, you'll see a building that's been around. The current building's been around since the 1930s, which has all of the great um, atmosphere around that. but it also has some of the legacy warts, I will say, just from a facility standpoint, that need to be fixed and upgraded and updated and that sort of thing. So, how do you preserve the look and feel of the company while also ensuring its continuance physically? And so that was probably top of mind in answering that